Welcome, this is Selinco Live News Capsule. Sri Lanka's IT BPM industry is targeting $5 billion in exports by 2030, with 200,000 plus professionals powering its digital economy. On Kaleidoscope News Capsule this week is SLASSCOM's new chairperson, Shehani Seneviratne. And as she takes the helm, the focus shifts to innovation, global competitiveness, and driving national digitalization. Shehani, congratulations as the new chairperson of SLASSCOM. What is your immediate priority in steering Sri Lanka's IT BPM sector, given the global tech shifts and also the way Sri Lanka is right now?
So my immediate plan is to sort of re-emphasize or ensure that Sri Lanka's competitiveness in the global landscape is reinforced, because with the changing, rapidly changing tech global landscape, we need to ensure that we continue to be a global center for technology innovation and competitive talent. So a couple of years back, our main challenge was insufficient talent, or the supply was not enough. But now we've fixed that. So now we are really working on reskilling and upskilling that talent to meet the current demand and the future demand. And then of course we are working on attracting high value investments into the country and also helping the local companies to scale globally, and also looking at venturing into new markets.
So given Sri Lanka's position as an innovation and sort of long-term digital growth kind of strategy, how do you see that evolving, and are you planning on accelerating it given Sri Lanka's digitalization journey?
So if you take the Sri Lanka digital roadmap, so the aspiration is to achieve $15 billion by 2030. I would say that we are very much a part of the export value part of it, which is $5 billion. So definitely that is our main target. But of course we are very much supporting the other initiatives as well, like the digitalization projects, e-government. So a lot of my board members are on these committees, like the Industry Advisory Committee, the AI initiative, then startup initiative. So we are contributing a lot, but our main focus is on achieving the $5 billion in export value.
So what are the roadblocks you are seeing?
I would say what is needed is consistent policy and very strong leadership. So when I say policy, I mean it's the alignment of technology, infrastructure, policy, skills, all of that into a national vision. And successive governments should also support the same policy, because if policy changes, then we don't reflect a very good picture to our global counterparts. On the other hand, strong leadership, because this is definitely not an easy job, because you're liaising with all the government departments, universities, so many stakeholders. So you need a very strong leader who can drive through any impediments which might come your way. It's just that everyone needs to focus and get there, and the same national vision or this current policy should continue. I also think that the culture and the mindset of the people might be a roadblock, because sometimes I still hear people thinking, okay, when we have a digital ID, will information be exposed to external parties? So, I mean, misconceptions like that should be addressed. Digital divide between, say, the Western province and the other provinces might be a roadblock which needs to be addressed.
Upskilling and retaining our talent, which we now have enough of, but whether they stay or not is another matter. How are you overcoming that, the brain drain in that section?
So this year, one of my main focuses is on upskilling and retaining the talent, especially on AI and other trending technologies. And even last year, we have our own SLASSCOM Academy. So 25% of our programs have been on AI. So one thing is to have this high quality niche talent in Sri Lanka where we can sort of pitch to any global company. And also from Sri Lanka, we need to have that policy environment which people would want to stay here and contribute to that to the Sri Lankan environment. At the same time, now there are a lot of remote working opportunities where you can work for a foreign company while staying in your own motherland. So we will encourage work arrangements like that as well.
So, how can public private collaborations actually strengthen what we want to achieve?
I think that's the key, public private collaboration, because the public infrastructure and systems will provide that stability, policy, infrastructure and so on, while the private sector will bring in the business, the quality resources and the delivery platforms. And this together, the two sectors together can really drive this IT BPM industry to the next level. If you talk of the digitization part also, I mean, we can take India as an example. The public or the state built the platform, and you saw like private companies coming and building applications on top of that. So it was a very good collaboration, and I think that's what Sri Lanka is also trying to do.
What is your long-term vision for Sri Lanka's tech industry?
By 2030, we would be a $5 billion industry with around 200,000 professionals, plus or minus, and having 1,000 export-oriented startups, probably a few unicorns. And in Sri Lanka, that IT industry would be one of the 3 largest exporters. And Sri Lanka will be known for its quality talent, delivery, and the trust and governance that we practice.
Kaleidoscope is on 4 digital channels: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. In case you miss out, do subscribe, follow and like us.
You focus on your goals. We will take care of the risks. Sri Lanka Life.